Hey guys, welcome to the review show. My name is Austin. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire stars a lot of people. A lot of people that don't get utilized at all in this film. When the discovery of an ancient artifact unleashes an evil force, Ghostbusters new and old must unite to protect their home and save the world from a second ice age. See, the word Frozen Empire really means in this movie, it's just like 2 hours. just a simply 2 hours. At least Age of Ultron, even though that wasn't really of Age of Ultron, it took a couple days. This just literally took like a couple hours. So Frozen Empire, pointless title and kind of a dumb title to be honest. I was somewhat looking forward to this movie because it's like, okay, cool, we have a new villain. We're not doing anything old or not nostalgia stuff. We're past that. We're gonna tell a new story with new villains, new characters. Let's go. And it's still nostalgia. That's what this film is. That is nostalgia. I thought we were done with nostalgia. As much as I like nostalgia, the previous film I thought was okay. I didn't really like it that much, but it's like, okay, this is a fine Ghostbusters, fine one-off, and if they do a sequel, okay, I guess we'll see where it goes. And it goes straight just downhill right after that reboot, sort of reboot sequel. It's a sequel. Like, this movie is just a mess of its own. Like, too many freaking characters, like I said at the beginning of this review. There's so many freaking characters that they don't literally have time to focus on majority of them. Even some of our main lead, that's played by Mckenna Grace, who does good in the film. I thought she was one of the brightest parts of the previous film. But then they kind of make her character stupid throughout this whole entire film. They do a lot of things that are dumb in this film. A lot of story points that I'm like, why are we focusing on this? Like the first hour or first half of this movie really is just simply boring because nothing happens. Like literally nothing happens for the first half of the hour of this movie, and next the last half is like where the fun begins and all. And like they're doing Ghostbuster things, the thing that we were there to see, and it's like the second half kind of just makes the first half pointless. I mean, there's bits I do like. I mean, like I did like McKenna Grace and Dan Aykroyd, doing this like somewhat ghost hunting adventure thing that they were doing, where they're trying to find the backstory of this orb. But then you have like other characters like Finn Wolfhard, who is just hanging out at the firehouse, and he's dealing with Slimer, and it's like why there's so many characters. Start killing people off. I don't care. And you have like the old cast coming back. You have Bill Murray showing up for maybe 2 minutes of the film just for that paycheck. I guess it has been too weird if the other two were in the film and not him. So I don't know. It's just the movie just did not know what it wanted to do. I mean, like the movie has great jokes. Like there was a lot of jokes in the film I was laughing at, and like it actually had some really good horror elements too. It brings it back to this orb thing where I'm like, I was more interested in that orb, and I was curious more about that orb, but the characters didn't really get me interested in it at all with this orb. I was just like, oh, what is this thing? I like what's inside it. Like I want to know. So my own curiosity got me curious, but none of the characters did that. You have Keanu. I have no idea how to say his name. I'll show a picture of him right here. That guy. He's in this film too, and he's the one that feels the most out of place because this film at times has like good jokes, but then there's times that it definitely has the most cringiest jokes. It's mostly from him because he just feels like a cartoon character, and the way that they utilize his character, I'm like, but oh, this is just Star Wars. Literally, they literally are taking a lot of stuff from Star Wars. They took the blue tint from the other one where you had Spencer like ghosts show up, and you had the blue tint, and now you have this character that's also doing things from Star Wars, and I'm like, this is stupid. I'm like, this is dumb. This is a little bit too much, and the movie just doesn't really, is not interesting. You're not gonna remember it after watching it. It does not stick with you like the original Ghostbuster does. because the original Ghostbuster was original. It did its own thing, and every time that we get a sequel, it's just like, hey, remember this? Oh, you remember this character? Even though they throw in a character that makes no fucking sense to have in this film, and it's like, how did you get that job? I'm gonna give Ghostbusters Frozen Empire a D plus. Some of the CGI scenes were cool, and again, like the mystery behind the orb and this new villain was interesting, and some of the jokes were funny. And it was, at first I was like, okay, this could be worse. And and there was that final half of the film that I enjoyed the most, even though half the time the characters were useless and they don't do anything in the film besides McKenna Grace's character. It's just I don't. There's just too many characters. I think that's the biggest problem, that there is too many characters, and most of the time they don't do anything in the film. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like always, I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye, guys.